Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to my channel. It is me, it is I, it is she, it is thee, it is who? It is Rosie Rosette 2020. Pow. I did this last video and oh my God. I don't know why I didn't know anything about it, but sometimes when you do these videos and some of the subjects, it really drains you mentally. It just really drains you mentally. That being said, let's talk about Ted Cruz. Now, Ted Cruz, he's a senator for, I'm sorry, that last video was just, oh, goodness. Um, Ted Cruz, I think he's a senator for Texas. I'm just sorry. I don't even know if I should do this one. Yeah, he's a state senator for Texas, right? So, while Texas was under a storm watch, I saw videos of um, ceilings coming through. Just it was just horrific. This state senator decides, oh, you know what? Let's pack up and go. Let's pack up and go. Now, let me just show you guys some of the state pipes bursting. Okay, let's just see. It was a really okay. Let's see.
A large contributor to the ongoing water problems, frozen and bursting water mains and pipes. As pipes thaw this weekend, more emergencies at homes and businesses will happen. A woman's car is covered in ice because she parked under a pipe that was later ruptured. Others have lost their homes or lost all access to water. Relief organizations are ready to deploy once the roads get into better shape. Fox 4's Davidson Tempe live.
Okay, so that's not the one I want to show you, but there's like videos of just ceilings just dropping, just literally just dropping, just coming down.
They woke me up this morning saying that we were flooded. This is a lot.
Marie Wilbanks feels forgotten.
And I was just sitting in there just a minute ago. I'm thinking, how can I get the rest of it out?
She's been without power for more than 24 hours, and this morning a burst pipe flooded her apartment where she's been taking care of her granddaughter and great-granddaughter.
Tried so hard to give her and her baby a good place to live. And now all of this.
Across Texas, pipes have frozen, burst, and flooded homes. All are asking the same question.
Why me?
Well, right now it's non-stop phone calls.
David Butler is the master plumber at Milestone.
I think we'd have been all right if we wouldn't have the power outages this bad.
They're making 150 calls a day and are already booked through Tuesday. His best advice to those with frozen pipes is to turn off water now. If you can, keep trickling faucets.
As it gets up freezing and above freezing, it's just going to be exponentially worse.
Texans are hurting.
I've tried to get in touch with Encore. I've tried to get in touch with my electric company. Nobody won't answer.
As the cold ends, many will need help facing a new fight.
And I'm like, one more battle, but I can make it because I've been through so many.
Okay, so that was one that got through. But as you see how people are dying in Texas, how people are, flooded. They don't have any food. They don't have any electricity, and it's freezing. Ted Cruz is on his way to Cancun. Now, I mean, if he was, I did another video with Slim Thug, who, he hopped on a $74 round trip flight to Miami, okay? But he's not a politician. He's not for the people. He's a rapper. I think he's a rapper, right? I think he's a rapper, okay? But Ted Cruz, now, see what I tell you, remember I made a video, just, go up or down or whatever, you'll see it, about Joe Biden and that stimulus check. They don't care about the people. They only care about themselves. See, we vote them in, they campaign and they promise this and they promise that, but when it comes all down to it, it's all about them. He should have made sure that, is that Encore, is that the name of the power company or whatever, that power remained on. All those major office buildings downtown, they should have been shut off. Now the residents, they should have had something, but from what I hear, that they 10 years ago, that they did some type of study where they knew that the power system couldn't withstand certain weather conditions, and they never fixed it. Now, Texas is not regulated by the country. They do all of theirs in-house, and that's why they were able, well, they did not reinforce the power grid, you see. And that's why Ted Cruz and his family, so he knew what was coming up, and he decided to go to Cancun, Mexico. And then he's going to blame it on his daughters. Ooh, I tell you. Is he a Republican? Is he a Republican? Go figure. Is he? Is he? Is there a YouTube thing on him? Is Ted Cruz Democrat or Republican, you guys? Mm-mm-mm. He has to be a Republican because Donald Trump defended him. Let's see. What does Ted have to say about this?
Senator Ted Cruz now admits his whirlwind trip to Cancun during an intensifying weather crisis was a mistake.
I'd initially planned to stay through the weekend and to work remotely there, but as I was heading down there, I started to have second thoughts almost immediately because the crisis here in Texas.
But he got a frosty reception. The Houston Chronicle says Texans' anger with Cruz right now could power an entire electric grid.
He needs to show up and act like he cares. How could he go on vacation like this? This is ridiculous.
Cruz says his young daughters asked to go on the trip and that he was still in communication with state and local officials. But adding to the outcry, the New York Times reports a series of text messages from Cruz's wife Heidi to friends and neighbors shows the trip was hastily planned. Mrs. Cruz telling friends her house was freezing, proposing a vacation until Sunday, and inviting others to join the Cruzes at the Ritz-Carlton in Cancun.
The Ritz-Carlton,
the paper says the messages were confirmed by a second person on the text chain who declined to be identified.
When things are happening on the ship, we simply stay on the ship. And that's the commitment that
so this wasn't a pre-planned vacation. This was hastily planned due to the weather that he knew that was coming up. So he's going to jump ship. Aren't you supposed to go down with the ship? If you're the captain or, the senator of the state, aren't you supposed to go down with the ship? Not, book a flight to Cancun with your kids. Now, I can understand if he sent his wife and kids. Okay, I get that. And he stayed behind. But no. You saw him pulling that, basket or the luggage right with him. And then he's going to blame it on his daughters. No, you're the adult. You're the dad. You're the one who, got that credit card out and, paid for it. Not your daughters. No, it doesn't work like that. No, it doesn't work like that, Ted. And you're a disgrace. Another Republican, he is Republican, right? Another Republican shows us their true colors. Gee, Ted, how do you feel now? How many people died in Texas because of this? And you're in Cancun parlaying with your family. And your wife is like, oh yeah, come on you guys, everybody else comes on. That's not what you do when you're a politician. You're supposed to be not an icon, but you're supposed to represent your people, not in Cancun while people are dying and hungry and their their ceilings are coming through. As a matter of fact, I went upstairs and I think there's some water damage on this building. They've pulled out the walls and everything. It's a complete mess. So as I'm making this video, thank God it's not raining a lot in California, but my goodness. What if it was? I would probably have the same situation. And this is a new building. This is not an old building. So, although I didn't go through what you guys in Texas, and your shitty ass senator, I sympathize. I don't understand because I mean, it rarely gets 20 degrees out here. And, you know, this building is, um, oh my God, what is it when filtered, not filtered, but, you know, when you have the material in between, I can't think of it right now, but you guys know what I'm talking about. It's well, it's not stimulated. Jesus Christ. You guys know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so it's kind of hard to feel the cold. Actually, I'm going through a certain time in my life where I'm usually hot, and some days, you know, I'm like, I'm going to Alaska. So, but, you know, for most people, this is really sad. And I don't even want to, let's look. How many people died from the storm that we know of? You know, because I'm sure they're still probably finding bodies. Let's see, deaths. Which I put deaths from Texas snowstorm. 69 people died. 69 people died. 13 degrees. 69 people died, but yet Ted Cruz is over in Cancun, parlaying on the beach, you know, acting like he's busy or he's bothered. He's not bothered. None of these I'm telling you, none of these politicians are bothered by these people. We vote them in, and after that, they're basically like, fuck you guys. We got what we wanted. You guys are on your own. Well, you see what Trump did. You see when he realized that he was gonna lose, he was like, pick a finger, honey. I'm not dealing with this. I mean, how, you know, you see what Biden did. Oh, okay, when, you know, if you get us these 2 seats, you're gonna immediately get that check. Immediately. A month later, we still don't have it. But yet again, as I said on the other video, when they want to do something, when the House and the Senate, when they want to get together and do something like impeach President Trump for the second time, which it didn't work the first time, this time last year, but when they want to do it again after he's not even president, you know, they can make stuff go like clockwork. But as far as dishing out money, I'm not talking about that other money. I'm just talking about the $1,400 that Joe Biden talked about. We'll wait. They can wait. They don't need it that bad. All they're going to do is spend it on drugs and clothes and food or whatever. Well, I mean, you know, we have to eat. Hello, you know, people have to pay bills. Why don't we freeze your salary and see how you feel? But you know what, Ted Cruz, I'm not. I'm not surprised, because this is how you guys do it. I mean, listen, if you guys knew of the ratchetness that goes on in politics, you wouldn't trust nobody. No one. So this is not surprising, because this is how politicians do. I'm telling you, they're shisty as hell. They're shisty. But you know, this is the government that we have, so we have to deal with it. We have to deal with it. Ted Cruz, you know what? You need to be kicked out of office immediately. Immediately. Adios, amigo.